Hi all, I'm Daley Giacopella and my co-host is Sadie Bruni, and this is episode 27 of the Italian Americans in Hollywood podcast series.
All right.
Today we're going to be looking at the career of Kaley Cuoco.
She's definitely a familiar face.
Yeah, you probably know her from some of TV's biggest sitcoms, but her story goes way beyond just the laugh tracks and the kitschy one-liners.
It really does. There's layers to her journey that might surprise you. She has a strong connection to her Italian heritage, and some hidden talents that you might not know about. And her path to stardom is anything but typical.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Kaley Christine Cuoco was born on November 30th, 1985 in Camarillo, California.
California girl.
And here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that her last name, Cuoco, actually means cook in Italian?
It does.
It makes you wonder if that somehow influenced her path
Maybe it was destiny.
to be in the spotlight, cooking up entertainment for all of us. But speaking of her background, she didn't exactly grow up surrounded by Hollywood glitz and glamour.
No, not at all. Her father, Gary Carmine Cuoco, was a real estate agent, and her mother, Layne Ann Wingate, was a homemaker. No showbiz connections there. But interestingly enough, her sister Brianna did follow a more creative path, working as a singer, an actress, and a writer.
So there was some artistic energy in that household.
Yeah, for sure.
But before Kaley set foot on a Hollywood set, she had a completely different passion.
Right.
She was a nationally ranked amateur tennis player.
Really?
She could have gone pro.
I did not know that.
Now, imagine if she had pursued that path instead. What kind of tennis star would she have been?
Yeah.
But at 16, she decided to trade in her tennis racket for scripts and fully commit to acting.
Wow. That's a pretty remarkable decision to make at such a young age.
It is, and she started young in the industry too.
Yeah.
At just 6 years old, she was already modeling.
Oh, my goodness.
Then, in 1992, she landed her first acting role in a TV movie called Quicksand, No Escape.
So she just dove right in.
Yeah, and what's interesting is that she didn't go to a fancy drama school or anything. She honed her craft right on the job, learning by doing and growing with each role.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, it's almost as if she absorbed the skills through osmosis just by being on set and experiencing the world of acting firsthand.
That's pretty incredible.
It is, and that hands-on approach seems to have worked out for her because her career is incredibly prolific. We're talking about appearances in roughly 25 TV shows and 20 films.
Wow.
And please, while I'm thinking about it, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and watch our shorts videos and other podcasts on Italian Americans in Hollywood. Her range is pretty impressive, too.
It is. It's not just the sheer number of roles she's taken on, but the variety we see in her work.
Right.
She's seamlessly transitioned from the lovable sitcom star we all adored to a critically acclaimed dramatic actress.
Yeah,
And that takes some serious talent and dedication.
it does. I think her breakout role as Bridget Hennessy in 8 Simple Rules really solidified her place in the hearts of viewers.
It really did. That show launched her into a whole new level of fame. And then, of course, came the iconic role of Penny in The Big Bang Theory, a show that ran for an incredible 12 seasons. It's amazing to think about the impact that that show had on pop culture and her career.
Yeah, speaking of The Big Bang Theory, she won quite a few awards for her performance as Penny, including People's Choice Awards and Critics' Choice Awards. It's a testament to her comedic timing and ability to connect with audiences on a genuine level.
It is.
And she didn't stop there.
No.
She went on to earn both Emmy and Golden Globe nominations for her incredibly powerful performance in The Flight Attendant.
That's right.
And that role showed a whole different side of her talent and a willingness to push her boundaries as an actress.
It really did.
It's inspiring to see that kind of evolution in an artist's career, that constant striving for growth and exploration.
You're absolutely right. And let's not forget about her work in films. She voiced the character of Samantha in the animated film Hop, and her leading role in The Wedding Ringer really cemented her presence on the big screen. She even got to work with comedy legend Kevin Hart in that one.
That must have been an incredible experience.
Okay.
Please, if you're enjoying the show so far, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and watch our shorts videos and other podcasts on Italian Americans in Hollywood.
Oh.
Now let's talk about what Kaley's working on these days. She was recently in a Peacock film called Meet Cute with Pete Davidson, and she's also got an action thriller called Role Play in the works.
It seems she's not afraid to take on any genre and really challenge herself.
Yeah.
From sitcoms to thrillers, it's clear she's always looking for new ways to showcase her versatility.
And she has interest outside of acting as well.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know she's a passionate equestrian?
No, I didn't know that.
She even competes under the pseudonym KC. It's really impressive. It shows her dedication and competitive spirit extend beyond the world of acting.
Absolutely.
It's amazing how she manages to balance all of her passions on top of acting and equestrianism. She's a huge advocate for animal rights and even co-founded her own production company.
Yeah.
Yes, Norman Productions, named after her beloved dog.
Now that's a triple threat. And that production company is the one behind The Flight Attendant, showcasing her ambition and talent, not just in front of the camera, but behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, it's really inspiring to see her taking ownership of her career and creating opportunities for herself and others.
It is.
Speaking of ownership and creation, let's circle back to her Italian heritage.
Okay.
We touched upon it briefly earlier, but it's a fascinating part of her story.
It is.
We know her last name means cook, but where exactly does this Italian heritage stem from?
Well, the Italian roots are on her father's side.
Okay.
Her paternal grandfather, Angelo Cuoco, was born in New Jersey to Italian parents, and her paternal grandmother, Mary Doris Moroni, traces her lineage back to Trenta in the province of Cosenza, Calabria, Italy.
Wow, so that's a direct link to Italy through her great-grandparents on the Moroni side.
That's right.
It makes you think about the journeys our ancestors took and the legacies they leave behind.
It really does.
It's a powerful reminder that we all carry these stories within us. These threads of history that connect us to the past. And it would be interesting to know how much Kaley identifies with her Italian heritage.
Right.
Has it influenced her career choices or shaped her worldview in any way?
You know, that's a good question.
These are things we can consider as we continue to explore her story.
Absolutely. Now, shifting gears a bit, let's talk about Kaley's personal life.
Okay.
She's been married twice. First to tennis player Ryan Sweeting in 2013. That marriage ended in divorce in 2016. Then in 2018, she married equestrian Carl Cook, and they separated in 2021.
It seems she has a thing for athletes.
Maybe so.
But in all seriousness, relationships have their own journeys. And it's wonderful to see that she's found happiness again with actor Tom Pelphrey.
That's great.
They welcomed their first child together in 2023, a baby girl named Matilda Carmine Ritchie Pelphrey.
That's a mouthful.
That middle name, Carmine, definitely hints at those Italian roots we were discussing earlier.
It does.
And you could really sense her joy as a mother in interviews and on social media.
Yeah.
It's a new chapter in her life, and it's clear she's embracing it wholeheartedly.
I agree.
Now, before we move on, I think it's important to revisit Kaley's dedication to animal welfare.
Okay.
We mentioned it earlier, but it's a huge part of who she is.
Right.
She's a passionate advocate for animal rights and has fostered and adopted many dogs throughout the years.
That's awesome.
She's used her platform to raise awareness about animal cruelty and the importance of responsible pet ownership, encouraging people to adopt rather than shop for pets.
You know, it's truly commendable to see someone in her position using their influence for such a worthy cause.
It is. Please, by the way, if you're enjoying this podcast, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and watch our shorts videos and other podcasts on Italian Americans in Hollywood.
For sure.
Now back to Kaley and her work with animals. Her production company. Yes, Norman Productions is named after her beloved dog, and she's known for incorporating animal welfare themes into her work whenever possible.
It's a testament to her commitment to using her platform for good.
It really is.
She's not just an actress, a producer, or an equestrian. She's an advocate, a voice for those who can't speak for themselves. She's a true multi-hyphenate, and I have a feeling we'll continue to see amazing things from her in the years to come.
I agree. She's a shining example of someone who's achieved incredible success, but hasn't forgotten the importance of giving back and making a positive impact on the world.
Well said. Now, as we wrap up our discussion on Kaley Cuoco, I had to leave our listeners with a final thought.
Okay, I'm all ears.
What's your takeaway from all of this?
Well, we've talked about Kaley's journey from her early days on the tennis court to becoming a Hollywood powerhouse.
Right.
We've touched upon her Italian heritage, her passion for animals, and her commitment to using her platform for good. But what I find truly inspiring is her resilience. She's faced challenges and setbacks in both her career and personal life, but she's always come back stronger.
She's a fighter.
She's not afraid to take risks, reinvent herself, and keep pushing forward even when things get tough. And that's a lesson we can all take to heart.
It is. Life throws curveballs at all of us.
Right.
But it's how we handle those challenges that defines who we are. Kaley's story is a testament to the power of perseverance and self-belief.
Definitely.
She's shown us that even when faced with adversity, we can rise above it and achieve our dreams.
Yeah.
And I think that's a powerful message for all of us.
Yeah, it really is easy to get caught up in the glamour of Hollywood and forget that even the most successful people face obstacles.
Yeah.
Kaley's ability to navigate those challenges with grace and determination is really admirable.
It is. And thinking about her journey from those early days on the tennis court to becoming this multifaceted Hollywood figure, it really makes you wonder, what's the driving force behind her success? What's the secret sauce that's allowed her to achieve so much?
Well, based on what we've discussed, it seems she's got this incredible combination of talent, hard work, resilience, and a genuine desire to use her platform for good. She's not afraid to step outside of her comfort zone and take risks, and she seems to approach everything with this sense of passion and authenticity.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's that authenticity that really shines through both in her work and in her advocacy. It's what makes her so relatable and endearing to audiences, and it's something we can all learn from.
It's a good reminder that success isn't just about achieving fame and fortune. It's about finding your purpose and using your strengths to make a positive impact on the world. And Kaley's story is proof that you can do both.
Absolutely. And it's interesting to consider how her Italian heritage might play a role in all of this. There's a strong sense of family and community in Italian culture. And perhaps those values have influenced her desire to give back and support causes she believes in.
That's a really interesting thought. It's a reminder that our backgrounds and cultural influences can shape our perspectives and motivations in ways we might not even realize.
They can. And as we wrap up our discussion on Kaley Cuoco, just to pose one final question for you to ponder. We've talked about her multifaceted career, her advocacy work, her personal life, and her Italian heritage. But what stands out to you the most? What aspect of her story resonates with you on a personal level?
That's a great question. For me, it's her commitment to following her passions. Whether it's acting equestrianism or animal welfare, she doesn't limit herself to just one path. She embraces all of her interests and finds a way to weave them together into this rich and fulfilling life, and I think that's a powerful lesson for all of us.
I agree. It's a reminder that we don't have to fit into a box or confine ourselves to a single label. We can explore different avenues, pursue multiple passions, and create a life that truly reflects who we are.
Please, if you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and watch our shorts videos and other podcasts on Italian Americans in Hollywood. If you'd hear us cover any particular Italian American in Hollywood, feel free to let us know in the comments, and we'll look into it as soon as we can. Until next time, ciao!